Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we're going to look at the comic series Winter Soldier from Hasbro, from Marvel Studios Captain America the First Avenger. It also includes inside, as you can see clearly on the box, a snap open jetpack, which I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we're gonna find out. This is the other side of the box. It's number 4 of the line, and right here you can see some cool infos about the Winter Soldier. It says, critically injured and lost in the freezing North Antarctic, the former partner of Captain America was eventually discovered by a sinister and shadowy group of evil men. Brainwashed by them, he became the Winter Soldier, a dangerous and skilled assassin feared around the world. Really cool info, basically the story of Winter Soldier. And here you can see some other figures of the line. And of course the Hasbro logo right here. It's not suitable for ages under 3 years old. So let's waste no time and open this up to see how it looks. Alright, so here we are. This is the figure. I think this looks really nice, but before we do so, let's have a closer look on the accessories. It also comes with this small pistol right here that you put it on this part of his pocket right here. This is his place, I assume. It also has one more right here that you can't remove it. It's just one part with his suit, which is just exactly the way I like. I wish this one was also the same. But yeah, anyway. And we also get this big rifle or sniper. Maybe it's some sort of a sniper weapon. So he can execute somebody, I assume. You can put him, hold it like this. We're gonna test it maybe later on. And right here we have this jetpack. I'm not sure exactly what he is supposed to be, like it helps him fly or whatever. It doesn't lock in like this. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work, but I assume you put it on the behind part right here of his back with his peg, like this. So he basically is like something like that, flying or whatever, jumping, even though on the inside part doesn't look that well made. I think this would have been done a little bit better on this spots right here. One thing that I noticed while I was messing with it is that you can make these spots go inside like that, something that I haven't noticed before. And when you do so, it closes really nicely. So I think, yeah, now I think it looks much better. But it's up to you if you want to have it like this or not. I think like this doesn't bother me that much. If you don't want to have your accessory somewhere else, or if you want to afraid not to lose it or anything, just have it in his bag like this. And if you want to make him fly or jump, whatever, you can use this thing, you know. But overall I think it looks really okay like this as well on his back. Very nice, cool looking Winter Soldier figure. And here we have the figure itself. I think this figure looks gorgeous. I like the face, I like the hair, the mask. What I don't really like is about the face. I would prefer if they have done it just like in the movie. You know, if they had given him this kind of mask. I wouldn't mind if his eyes were normal and he didn't have this weird mask, but I would prefer if he had all this black mask right here in front of his face to cover his entire face. But anyway, it is what it is. This is my only Winter Soldier figure that I have. I really like to get one like Winter Soldier on 3.75 inches that has his mouth covered, just like in the movie Winter Soldier. But yeah, if I find, I probably will get it on a decent price. So here is the fit. You can rotate these boots like that on the ankles. You can rotate them 360 and move them a little bit up and down to the point that is like not any specific articulation. It also has these pegs underneath in case you want to place him on a base. You can see the Hasbro logo also. And you can rotate the knees like that. It has double jointed knee for bigger extension. The boots also is really well made. I can say I like this silver thing that it has on the sides. And as you go on the top, you can see it has all these nice cool accessories on him and all this cool stuff right here on his waist. You can rotate the legs like that, 360, but it's kind of stiff, you know. You can rotate them like this, and you can also move them forwards and backwards. And you can also move them on the sides like that, up and down. It's really stiff, so because it's very old figure, so I really don't want to risk breaking anything. I'm not so sure if you can move them forwards, because on the sides you can move them easily. Forwards, maybe you need to try. If you try, you know, a little bit to turn this plate, to turn this spot in the front, maybe you can move them forward also, because like that they only move on the sides. And it also has a chest rotation, very small one, chest rotation like this. You can rotate his head like that, 360, and you can also rotate the arms 360, both of them. And it has also, you can move the wrists and the elbows 360, both of his arms. So yeah, I think this figure looks really nice. It is what it is. It looks really great. I like the way that they have sculpted his arm right here. I like the outfit that he is wearing. My only issue is, you know, the face. Overall, I think this figure is gorgeous. I like the way that they have done everything on it. I like the coloration, the sculpture, the design, the shading on some spots right here on the knees and stuff. Got very nice looking figure. I also like the hair, just like what you need on your Winter Soldier figure. I think the hair should be a little bit darker, if I'm being honest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he should have a little bit darker hair. But yeah, my only issue is it doesn't have this mask, which is the way I prefer my Winter Soldier. And right here you can see the star on the soldier and the mechanic arm that he's having. So yeah, it can stand also really nicely on his own. I will try to create the pose that you see right here on the front, on the behind part of the box, which looks something like this. So this was, guys, the Hasbro Winter Soldier 3.75-inch figure. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.